right. Hello and welcome to Fall 2020. This is Miss Souter here, and welcome to Foundations of Reading. First off, look at our sweet classroom. Listen, I cannot take full credit for this. I only made the Bitmoji girl, and I did the typing on the blackboard. The rest I totally downloaded from someone who has way more time than I do. But isn't it cool? So my goal with this is I wanted to give us a place that kind of felt like a classroom, even though we're doing virtual learning and we can't actually be in the classroom. Those of you that have been in my classroom, you're going to laugh at me because this classroom is not bright lime green. But I mean, what can you do? Anyway, I'm thinking I'll do one of these kind of introductory slides once every week to kind of ease you into the week's assignments. I'm thinking I'll do maybe weekly units and see how that works. Now, it is all subject to change. This is uncharted territory for all of us. Virtual learning is going to be a lot different in the fall than it was in the spring, because in the spring, we were all kind of working off of panic mode and we had no training and no time to plan or think about anything. It was a hot mess and a half, which you guys know. All right, so here's an about me. Most of you know most of this already because I've taught most of you last semester. But for those of you that are new, or for those of you that forgot, I am a West Bladen graduate. I have a BA in English. I'm about to have a master's in English studies because while you were on summer break, I was busting my tail in graduate level classes over summer sessions. So I'm graduating in December, if all goes well, and I'm very excited. I've been a National Board Certified teacher for almost 2 years now. Yeah, because I certified in 2018. Oh, wow. So it's been almost 2 years. I will be a National Board Certified teacher, and I have almost 7 years of teaching experience. It will be exactly 7 years in October. So I live here in town with my husband, who you can see, and my 2 dogs, who you can also see. And while I've been talking, you have probably been viewing all of my interests down below. I have more than that, but you run out of room and it's fine. It's fine. So let's get started. So we are doing fundamentals of reading. The logic behind this is that we want to take English 2 and stretch it out for 2 semesters to give you guys time to practice the skills and also to make up for last year, cutting English 1 short for a lot of you, to give us time to get you caught back up, because English 2 is a monster of an EOC and we want to prepare you for it, because as of right now, the English 2 EOC is the only state test that did not get canceled. So sorry, kids, you will have to sit the EOC in the spring. Not sure how we're going to do it yet, but it will be happening in June of next year. So that said, let's talk about some things in the classroom. So this is not just a Google slide. This is also interactive. So if you see, there are 3 icons on the right side of your screen that say click me. Now the click me is going to go away because after this one, I'm going to assume when you see those things, you will know to click them. I will use these constantly, these same very symbols. So if you see one, it's probably interactive. You should click it. We're going to start with the virtual bell schedule, move into the syllabus. And obviously the video icon is not yet active because what it's going to link to is this very video. How cool is that? So let's start here. So this is a copy of the virtual bell schedule that I got from the admin team a few days ago. And the biggest thing about our virtual schedule that you need to be worried with is that all of your live session classes will be happening in the morning time within hour blocks. So first period is at 8, second period at 9, so on and so forth. So we are all going to be doing live instruction for about 45 minutes for each class period. What that will look like, we are currently working on figuring out. It might be different depending on which class you're in. I am not personally 100% sure about what I'm doing yet, so I'm not going to talk about that because I want to be 100% sure before I tell you. I'm almost there, but not quite. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. In the afternoon, but you're like, but that's only half a day. Yeah, I know. In the afternoon, we're all on planning at the same time. And then in the afternoon, we have prep-based sessions. So to help you understand this, a prep in teacher language is a preparation. In other words, a class you prepare for. So if I taught 2 different subjects, I would have 2 preps. Okay. If I taught 3, I'd have 3 preps, so on and so forth. You guys are incredibly lucky because I only have the 1 prep right now. Now, if that changes, I'm going to be a little bit more scattered and a lot more stressed. But right now, I only have 1 prep, which means our second session is going to be at 1. And that means I can probably use the 1:30 to 2 for more office hours planning, getting things done for you so that we can have awesome interactive lessons. I have a couple of new tools I want to try out. So we're going to all be guinea pigs together. So that being said, these second sessions, these second opportunities, your second chances here, notice that there are only 2 of them. So if you miss all 4 of your classes, you're not going to be able to go to both sessions. This is for like emergency type things. You accidentally like fell asleep, whatever. If you want live instruction, you've got to plan for it. It's not just going to happen for you. Now, that being said, the district understands that not everybody has reliable internet all the time. And we're not requiring you guys to come in and literally be present at every one. I would very much like for you to try to come to my class because I'm planning on having awesome in-class discussions and I would love to see your faces. And like, I miss some of you guys. Like, come see me. It's going to be fine. We're going to have a good time. You don't have to turn on your cameras if you don't want to, but I would like to see you, that sort of stuff. I know it's scary the first time. Like, my camera is not currently on because I don't want you to focus on me. I want you to focus on what we're talking about. But I will, in later videos, my little face is going to be there because it's very important with us being so isolated because of COVID that we have a way to connect and talk to each other. And it's really good. You'll see. It's really good to see each other's face. So that was a complete rabbit trail. Let's back in. Okay, so after this, the makeup section, the make-up sessions, so like catch you up on stuff that you missed. In the afternoon, there is time for teacher support. So I'm hoping to have one-on-one appointments in the afternoon that you can book yourself, and get blocks of my time if you want to go over something individually, if you have specific questions, so on and so forth. Your parents, ideally, if I can get the setup right, will be able to do it as well. If we're doing anything with the small groups, we'll schedule it during this time as well. And open office hours, this is when I'll be returning phone calls and when I will be answering emails and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is kind of what it's going to look like every day. That being said, the other thing is a syllabus. By the way, I didn't do this in the video, but if you click that, it will go to the syllabus. I did set that up. So this is the syllabus I've made. It is still tentative. I've got a couple of people that are looking over it, so it might change some. If it does, I'll let you know, but I think it's more or less done. It's got all my contact information on it. I am working mostly from the school, so you can call that number during office hours and I will be able to answer it. Now, I'm going to have it on Do Not Disturb if I'm recording a video or doing a live session because that's not fair to you guys if I'm on the phone. And you only have 45 minutes. That's not going to fly. So make sure if you like pick up the phone to call me, that you call me when I can actually pick up the phone and answer you. Email me anytime. I will email you when I can. I put this note here because some teachers are already talking about like being actually harassed by like parents and students outside of work hours. Like, I know you saw that. Why aren't you responding to me? And that's terrifying to me because like, if I don't respond to you because I'm not at work, it's because I'm with my family and I'm trying to be a good, wife and daughter and sister. And so this is mostly there just so that my time and your time is respected. Some things. Star this like crazy. Chromebooks are free this year. If you don't have a laptop, if you don't have a device, you need to come get a Chromebook. It's not going to cost you anything to get one. Now, don't break it because you're going to have to pay to fix it. But Chromebooks are free this year, so come get one. Okay. I think they got like some sort of like donation or grant. It's very special this year. Chromebooks are free. Come get one. You cannot type an essay on a Kindle or your phone. Come get a Chromebook. All right. I personally, and those of you that had me, you know this, I am a big, big, big believer in actual physical note taking. Get you some paper, get you a pencil, write it down. It will help you remember stuff. If I were you, I would have already been taking notes on this video right now. So if you want to start, I mean, you can pause me. I'm a video. So just pause me, go get some paper, come back, take some notes. Things I recommend: headphones. You hopefully have not experienced this yet, but you will. If we do live learning and everyone comes in, you have to mute your microphones or terrible, awful feedback will happen. If you're wearing headphones, everybody, then the feedback doesn't happen, because what the feedback is if I talk, then your computer speakers put out what I say, but your computer microphone picks it up like you said it, and it starts this terrible, awful, shrieking feedback loop. So I recommend headphones because of that reason. And also because sometimes, and I don't know how this audio is going to turn out, but sometimes the audio that we do comes out really soft on these videos. I am not whispering, I am projecting my voice, but it still might come out soft. And if it does, you're not going to be able to hear me unless you turn your volume way up. And even then, you may not be able to hear me without headphones. So I highly recommend headphones for that reason. Sometimes there are audio issues, and that is a lot easier to deal with. I also personally use a wireless mouse. I hate the trackpads. If you also hate trackpads, get you a wireless or even a wired mouse. It will make your life better. I still expect you, in terms of class, to follow directions the first time I give them to you. It's just a thing. It's what happens. I also expect you to be present in class. But we're not physically there. Yeah, I know. But log in, contribute. I'm going to have you guys do class discussions. You're going to have to respond to people, comment on each other's stuff, be present, show up. Also, follow the policies about technology. This is a no-brainer. They will lock you out of your own laptop, and then you won't be able to do your work, and then you're going to fail. Don't do that. And if you can, I know for some of you, number 4 is impossible or difficult, and I understand that. And I'm not talking to you here. If this is the only place you have and it's in the middle of your living room and there's 50,000 people there, then make the best of what you got. But if you have a choice, if you can move to a quiet place, if you can go step to another room or put on headphones and block out noise, if you can do that, I don't know why you wouldn't. Make sure you give yourself the best chance for online learning and for doing well in this class. Okay, don't shoot yourself in the foot because you chose a bad place to watch these videos. The grading policy didn't change. So the percentages are right there. You've probably looked at them. By the way, I know I've mentioned it before in this video, but if you don't do your work, just FYI, you will fail. I will not give you credit. It's not like before. What happened in March is they decided, because the pandemic happened and we were all losing our minds and we were all sent home. It was just this terrible time of uncertainty and unrest. And they were like, okay, we're going to do a no-fault grading system. Whatever grade the kids had when they went home is the grade. That's the lowest their grade can be. They can do better, but they can't do worse. This year, that's gone. You get what you earn. If you do nothing, you get nothing. I cannot help you if you don't show up and do the work. For some of you, that's not going to be a problem. For some of you, that's going to be a huge problem. So you need to reach out to me and talk to me if that's going to be a problem for you, so that we can hopefully get you right back on the right track with it. So my expectations for this year is that you will show up, you will do the work, and you will not complain too much about it. We are going to be writing a lot. I'm sorry. I know writing is awful, but the EOC is so writing focused, you guys and girls and non-binary pals. It's so writing focused, you guys and girls and pals. And so for that reason, we are going to really hammer in on writing. In fact, the first unit, and don't say this out too loud because I actually haven't created any of the guiding stuff for this. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. Is going to be about how do you write? How do you just answer a question and put all your thoughts together in a way that you can be, understood by somebody else. So stick with me. I got you. Talk to me if you have questions. If you're sitting at home and you're confused, How am I supposed to help you? I'm here. I have office hours. You can make an appointment, just you and me, one-on-one with like Google Meets. We can talk it out. I can help you fix it. I'm here, but you've got to reach out to me. I'm going to reach out to you as much as I can, but at some point you've got to you've got to grab the hand that I'm holding out for you here. So those of you that have had me in the past, you know I'm certifiably insane and will check everything that you do. If you turn in work that's not yours, I'm going to catch you and you're going to get a 0 for it. If the work was copied off the internet or whatever, no, that's not yours. You don't get credit for that. If you copied your friends, your buddy, your acquaintance, whoever's at work, not only do you get a 0, but they get a 0. If you let somebody copy your work, you get a 0. So please be very, very, very careful who you just let here. Just see this thing I did. No, don't do that. Don't do that. If they have questions and they come to you for help and you want to help them, do a Google Meet with them and explain what it is that they're struggling with. Don't just give them your answers. That doesn't help anybody. All right. Virtual school absences. You are expected to show up every day, every single day. How are we going to take attendance? There's going to be a Google form that you are going to have to complete every day for attendance. I will let you know it will be clearly marked that that is for attendance. If you go AWOL for 2 days, I have to contact you and your parents until I get you on the phone or in email until I get some sort of response, because you can't just go AWOL on this. It is North Carolina law still, even though it's virtual. The North Carolina law that says you have to have less than 7 absences, 7 or less, to pass the class, that's still good. You can't just miss half the semester and pass the course. That's not going to happen. I've gotten a little stricter with my late work policy because it was a nightmare, and it's going to be even more of a nightmare with virtual learning. So for my own sake and for your sake, I'm only going to accept late work 1 week after it's due. After that, no, I'm sorry. You had however much time you had before the due date and 1 week after it. That's plenty. And every day it's late, you're losing 10 points, and that stacks. So first day it's late, oh, you got a 90. Second day it's late, oh, it's an 80, so on and so forth. If you're having a crisis, I can bend the rules for you if you're having a true crisis, but you have to let me know about it, and you have to let me know before the due date, because that's how it works in college. I cannot tell you how many extensions I've gotten on my papers because of my life or because of my work. So if you are having something going on, let me know about it, and I can work with you to get you what you need to get your stuff done. I was required to put in all of the standards for English 9 and 10. It's a lot. Don't freak out. Don't. I got you. Don't. If you want to read all of it, I'm going to send you a copy of this. You can read all of it if you want to. You guys don't have to fill out this form because I'm sending you a Google form with all this stuff on it. And it's going to be your exit ticket, one of your exit tickets for today. The other one is going to be a quiz on this video and the syllabus. And because I am evil, I am going to put some things on the quiz from the video and not just the syllabus. So make sure you look at all of the things and do all of the things that I've asked you to do. All right, if you have questions from this point, I will probably be having office hours at some point on the day that you watch this. So if you have questions, make sure you stop by and say, hey, I have questions, and I will clear them up, and I will create a frequently asked questions document to go along with this video if I have enough questions to do so. This is very new. I'm sure everyone has some sort of question for me about something. So don't be shy. Ask me the things. And I think that's about it for right now. Expect more videos from me in the future. I will let you know as things happen and change, what those changes are and how we're going to be navigating and going about doing stuff. And yeah, welcome to Fundamentals of Reading, and let's do this.